popping off, boys.
Hey Google, roll D20 plus $1 million. Oh.
This is like what, 1,000,006.
She
Good
said,
question, Tristan.
no, she said, I don't have that many dice. And I go, oh. So, have you guys ever seen the Esper the Bard on YouTube?
No.
He does some, like, tier list of, like, the monsters in D&D. And he based it off of, like, how hard they are to kill, how different they are from other monsters in their same category, the lore behind them, and how fun it is to run them. And how adaptable they are. He has like all these things. I list them off of and then puts them on like a little tier list for him. But he was doing monstrosities and on the owlbear. For some reason, he hates the owlbear for some fucking reason, and I don't know why. Like he keeps saying there's no lore to it. There's no it's not fun to run in combat. It's not deadly at all. And I'm like, dude, for its challenge rating. One, an owlbear for its challenge rating is pretty deadly. If the players aren't prepared for it, if an owlbear came out of the woods and attacked you, you'd be fucked. Like if it's fucking crazy. Anyway, two, he's like with the lore thing. I'm like, dude, it's just an owl mixed with a bear. That's all it is. There's not. You don't have to think about it. It's a simplicity monster. This is something that's been brewing up inside me for a while. This fucking tangent I'm about to go on. But fucking it's a simplicity monster. I'm like, you don't have to have lore, deep lore behind every single monster. It's really just another tier onto the bears. Like, so if you wanted to run a quest where they go and fight a bear, but you realize, oh shit, they're way too powerful to fight a bear and have it be an actual threat. Because I think a cave bear is like challenge rating 1 or something like that. You just throw owlbear at them. You don't see people complaining about why bears have no lore. It's because they're fucking bears.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Did the owl fuck the bear, or did the bear fuck the owl?
No,
Both.
the only lore that there is that
mutual
some
love.
wizard. A
A
wizard came in and was like, "Nah, I'm gonna make a bear out of an owl," and then they escaped. And now there's a wild population of them. That's the lore behind owlbears.
So there was only one.
Okay.
So then what did it?
He made a bunch of them. He made a bunch of them. There was some guy way back in the fucking D&D storyline that was like, I'm going to make a bunch of these owl bears and throw them into the wild or let them go. Or wherever I die, they're just going to be released. And now they're out in the wild and there's a wild population of them. And now I remember now. We're fucking recording this for YouTube. Esper the Bard, I love your videos. I just disagree on the owlbear situation.
Okay, but hypothetically, who's fucking who?
Okay, well, so
I would say
interject
the
really
owl
quickly
fucks
that
the female bear.
there's definitely a giant owl rather than like a barn owl or like a snowy owl or like a normal sized owl. You know, like it's definitely like a giant owl.
An owl that hits the gym, pop off. Okay.
Now that it's the gym pop off, nobody knew how to respond to that.
We all popped off.
I just want someone to animate a really buff owl.
Well, Tristan,
200
aren't you
pounds
learning
in the
animation?
I learned how to do it. I'm gonna have to fuck with this whole thing.
Add
I'm
it to your list.
Things.
Add it to your list, a buff owl.
Buff owl. I want there to be a running joke in these animated shorts that we make. I want there to be a running joke where anytime someone had to talk to Tommy and he just sits there in dead silence ignoring you, that Eli go, all right, pop off.
All right, pop off. All right, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Every single time it'll have crickets over Tommy's like avatar.
Can you just T-pose? You just draw him T-posing, and then as that in the corner with like, I pop off.
I pop off. Or it could just be like Tommy's character holding a cell phone in his hand.
Yeah.
Then you go, I pop off. And he goes, what?
Huh? Was I
What?
supposed to do something?
Yes, Tommy, it's your turn.
And then Tommy's gonna speak for the next 30 seconds in the Joker voice. All right, so guys, if you hear the sound, so like, I'm not gonna fuck an animal, but like, you might actually see me turn into an animal and disappear with another animal. I'm like, okay.
Well, to be
I'm
fair,
winded
it's
dining
not
him.
weird. To be fair, it's not weird if he is the same animal as them.
But I think it's weird.
weird.
I think it's weird when he turns from one animal to another one and then goes and eats the one he just whined and died. Eats with the new one.
But he's a different animal.
Yeah, he's a different animal.
He's
but
still him though. Like
it's still him.
he's
He
a different animal, but he's the same kind of beast.
He's still.
We'll see. And
Kobe
the
Bryant,
part
what
that-
does that even mean, Kobe Bryant?
What the fuck does that even mean, Kobe Bryant?
and I'm cool with it. But the part that I would find messed up is the fact that he does retain his consciousness of himself. That's the part that makes
Oh,
it.
yeah.
If you're gonna have a problem with it, that's the part you should have a problem with.
Yeah, that's. I know.
Like I said,
It's like giving
He
him
may be a
shit.
different animal, but he's the same kind of beast.
It's so good.
World's Eye.
Peanut
Link.
butter-
I'm looking at
Peanut
it.
Butter is so legendary. He's not even in this campaign, and we're talking about him.
I know.
I mean, it's just, I've never seen a character like him.
It's true.
To our
Oh,
fans,
you should have
Tommy
seen
is amazing.
Clarence. You should have seen Clarence. I
Tom
had
too?
to kill. Like, I as a DM had to kill Clarence. It was getting out of hand. How powerful he was becoming. He was just like all those horror stories about a problematic player playing an evil character. That they came true when Tommy played Clarence. He straight up went in the first 5 seconds of the campaign. He tried to TPK everyone. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Did he do it?
No, the only reason he did it was because Kyle was behind him, and if he did it, Kyle had a much more powerful spell that would have killed him. So Tommy was like, "Fine," and he went through the water.
All right. Pop off.
Yeah. He just kept trying to kill people, and I was like, dude, finally fucking Hank had enough, which was I know, DMPC, you know, everyone hates DMPCs on the internet. There's a DMPC that had to like convince the players to kill him. Anyways, the players had been telling, like, everyone other than Tommy hated Clarence. Tommy loved Clarence. And throughout, like, there'd be a battle going on, and Tommy's character would walk away and start reading books off of the bookshelf while everyone's struggling in this fight. We were like, dude. Like, dude, you're gonna have to die now. I think it started because I think whenever we started to kill him, we got pissed and we pushed the bookshelf over on him, and he fell down. The bookshelf was on him, but his arms were free and shit. So he grabbed one of the books off the floor and started reading the book while underneath the bookshelf. We're like, you aren't even gonna try to get out. Okay.
Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead.
Yeah. But immediately after that, whenever he died, I allowed him to play a good version of the same character. He was like, all right, yeah, I'll be a good guy. I was like, cool. And then he was really happy with
What in God's name?
that's
Back
God
to the goblin
himself.
conversation, though. Goblins are awesome. Their ACs are ridiculous for what they are.
Oh, I know. I know. I
Just
love
like all the coalition work we do.
Goblins are great.
like so I think that a lot of people don't like goblins, and it's
Yeah,
because
they're
they
great.
say they say they're so simple in fights. They don't do a lot of damage. They aren't very
Simplicity
good
is
role
the
play.
best.
Well, yes, simplicity is the best. I agree with that. But if you delve into goblin culture, like the lore on goblin culture, just in Faerun, you start realizing there's goblins that are obsessed with trapping, like Chang is, and there's goblins that
Crazy.
are really good at poisons. There's also goblins that I guess they go out and scream and somehow get dragons to come and attack the people that they're trying to get to fucking.
You
Or
can
it's like wyvern.
absolutely get goblins to TPK level 15 players.
Oh, I know, and it's all down to how you play them. If you use like the right kinds of poisons and the traps properly, you
think like
barely
goblin.
modify their damages.
Oh god.
Dude, they're
Every time you
barely
say
even
trap,
goblins.
dude. My
Huh?
brain. I
All right,
said
which
every
one of those
time you
rules
say
was for
trap,
you, Ryan?
The 19 was for Lucifer. The 14 was for Apollo.
they have all these like cute cat girls standing in the middle of the town, and then the party just goes over, and then like they hit on them, and then it turns out they're actually just traps.
Yeah,
They're actually boys.
that's what goblins do.
And then the party just dies.
Yeah, and the goblins win, dude. That's how it is.
I'm not gonna lie, Richard. Your character really inspires me to like play not a similar character, but like a voice. Because I just want to be like, hi.
Yeah,
That's
that's
how
true.
fucking Stump was.
Hell.
Gotta-
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that would be so much fun. Just be like, "What do you want for breakfast, little boy?" And I'm like,
You're a character that communicates entirely with grunts.
been practicing my whole life.
It's definitely an Eli moment.
Yeah.
Hey Eli, can you do your chicken noise?
Oh man, I
Did it
haven't
in
done it
high
in so
school.
long.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh my god, I haven't done it so long.
We had a fucking we put that sound bite on a school project and sent it in. And it's on YouTube. Oh my god, it's on YouTube. Let me see if I can find it.
I gotta pull
For
that
the
up.
record.
I'll post it in here. There's this 1/3 in the district.
I'm a former member of the class of 2015 at high school. Junior year, I made 33 productions in the media, which really displeased me because I was 3 shy of a production a week. See that? That's my department.
Did you guys make a video?
Yeah.
Dude, we made a lot of
I've never
videos.
seen this.
Oh, we made tons of videos.
I have 11 awesome classmates. I own this department.
This was my one.
I own a golf cart, state-of-the-art equipment that we use to make baller productions.
Baller
I sleep like a
production.
degenerate, drink like a fish. I'd go to parties maybe 5 times a week and have 3 different county school boards looking to expel me. I'd heard of high school and how good the media department was. With that in mind, at the tender age of 15, I headed to the only place that could befit my high-minded ambitions. I am Panther.
Dude, that was word
Damn.
for word the fucking intro to Wolf of Wall Street. Just changed it.
Genius.
Pop off.
I got
And it fucking got 3rd place in the district.
one. I got the Panther pro tips.
The Panther Pro Tips.
Yeah.
Oh my god, let me see this.
That one's me in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Discord. Oh, dude, the Panther.
This one on our fucking news
Oh my
board.
god.
Check it out.
It ends with me dead.
Oh my god.
Legend.
Let me see if I can find.
You're looking kind of fly when you're 15 years old.
I did. I did.
I don't really feel as comfortable with Jack yet. I only played him twice. I mean, but like, I still don't feel like.
With Jack?
Lucifer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jack. Yeah. See, that's the problem. I keep thinking of Jack when I think of Lucifer.
You gotta find
He's
your own
supposed
vibe.
to be handsome Jack-ish, you know?
Ish.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I was going through all of Handsome Jack's quotes, and dude, like, it's all just like pure. Like, he's evil and a maniac. Like, my character isn't really that.
Like I said, man,
So,
Molly
Why is your
Mockish.
name
Molly- yeah,
Lucifer?
Molly Mock- Yeah.
Like I said, Molly Mockish.
Yep. That's why I'm kind of in a weird place because I have a harder time figuring out how to roleplay this character than I thought I would. And then, of course,
I
there's
think once you
Apollo.
find it, it'll be great. It's just you gotta
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I like the idea of him better than Fino.
Yeah,
Fino
Fino
was
is
just
really
kind of
cookie cutter.
boring.
Yeah. I'm
Alright.
worried that Nico's voice is not different enough. You know what I mean?
No, I
Oh,
like
it's
it. It fits him.
definitely different
Nico's
enough.
it has like a sweet and kind quality to it
Yeah, a
that
child.
really
think
like
it's great.
rounds it off nicely.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I was worried
Yeah.
that it was too close to my actual voice, and I don't
No.
because
No,
I
no.
feel like that makes it boring.
Not every
be
voice you
honest.
do has to be like completely like. Not every voice you do has to be something where people are gonna go, "Oh, I didn't know he was the one doing that." You know?
Or,
Yeah.
oh, that's this character's voice. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. As long as it fits for what you think is right for the character, then it works. You know.
I just think
There,
yeah, I see what you're saying. Just
Like,
Giselle though, I feel like he's just like so distinct.
yeah, he is.
I like
you know.
Giselle's voice a lot.
Like,
It's very different from your own, but that's
But-
fine to have voices that are closer and different and
Yeah, like
completely
Vlar.
weird.
Valar, it got to the point where I was just kind of talking a little bit deeper. You know, I couldn't find a voice for him. But Marin,
s-
you know, I was like, all right, this fits, and I can do a more rich voice.
Yeah.
I still haven't committed to a voice for Ren.
Ren.
I keep fighting between it's gonna be a deep voice, but keep fighting between how standoffish he is.
I think a pretentious deep voice would be good for Ren.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
Just wait till you all meet.
No,
Stump.
but I'm like,
I just want to play Stump one day. I'm Stump.
oh, that's so good, dude.
Yeah, he played Stump whenever we played Zane's little one-off campaign.
Oh my gosh, dude, I love that.
Ryder and Stump.
I'm very small. I don't like that very much. Ryder.
I'm Stumpy.
Come here, Stump.
Do not eat me.
I'll take you under.
Hi, Dumpy. My name's Chang. Nice to meet you. You're small like me. Yes, very small. I have a big bear.
Wait,
Her name's Zuflon.
Stump, are you
Jesus
talking
pay.
to a goblin?
Yes.
Wait,
I
Stumpy's
I
a
love
goblin.
that voice. It's so good. It will fuck my throat up like after a good long while.
I
Like,
think
after
that's
that
true,
one
Chang's voice
too.
for so
Yeah.
long, it doesn't.
After
fuck
that
my
one
voice up
session,
now.
I needed a lozenge.
yeah, Dizelle actually, I think, caused scar tissue in my throat.
Dude,
Ah,
I think I've done Chang's voice for so long I've grown a callus on my throat.
yeah, exactly. Like, there's just like my throat is like leathered almost.
I will say one thing. You know whose voice is kind of hard to do? Drothal's, Ryan. Because I have
Yeah.
to like flex my neck in such a way to get his deep resonating voice.
Oh my god,
I am Drothal, Godslayer.
wasn't Drothal the one that had a cow?
Remember when you stabbed me in the throat?
I do remember that. Yeah, that was fucking
I
wild.
miraculously lived. Did you
I
imagine if
miss
you actually killed me
Arthur.
right there?
I did some serious damage.
Yeah.
Everyone hated Myrtle in that campaign. But you know what? Myrtle was a fucking stealthy cow and never got harmed in combat.
I
She
would
never-
turtle
she
the
never did.
giant.
the
Yeah.
turtle.
She never got harmed in combat while I was there. Never.
I'll never forget that freaking the battle for Karthus. That was a good time.
I can because I wasn't there.
It was so
Battlefield Marxist?
epic because me and you were riding on the shoulders of giants, and we were just all.
No, show
They're
was
all.
fucking there.
They're all like all the giants are just running down the mountain
I
towards
just
the
had to be at the beach for
I
that
know, man.
fucking week.
Oh, that's why you weren't there. Yeah. Fucking
Beach.
Juice kept fucking me that session because he kept charming me. I was like, bro, let me play the fucking my character.
Yeah. He fucking charmed me, and then he charmed you.
How is he charming you with bullshit or?
Vampires.
Play his own character.
It's yeah. So like
Oh,
the
so-
backstory
so-
was my character, his hometown had been raided by these two. Unbeknownst to everyone else, they were vampires and undead. But they came through, they seized the city, and they pretty much established a dictatorship. And then when Celsius returned to his homeland, he was shocked and awed to see that a lot of people have died, including his parents, because of this new regime. And so the whole plot became like getting them out of there and like killing the Briarheart family.
Mhm.
And like there was when we got caught by the guards, or I got caught by the guards, and I was
No, me and you got caught, Ryan.
yeah, that's well, I was getting to that because we didn't know you existed yet. So I got caught. I was sent to their castle. I met Lady Briarheart, which then she charmed me, so I couldn't do anything but follow her will, and that was very aggravating because that's like being charmed is just you don't want to do what they're making you do, but you have to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And then I think I was in the cell. I got put in the cell, and that's where I met Eli's character. And then we ended up making a pretty good getaway. And then at some point, I think you were trying to sneak around the castle again, and you got caught. And she charmed you, and she sent you in to be like a little sleeper agent. And then you stabbed me in the back of the neck.
Yeah. No, we were charging towards her, and I literally just turned around and fucking stabbed you.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because she came down to us to face
Yeah.
us head on. She thought she was hot shit.
I literally spent like 60% of that session charmed, and it was just so aggravating. Tristan, please, don't charm me for that long, please.
So like with charming, I think that if a DM charms, it has to be very seldom. Because if you are going to charm, it can't be 1 for the entire session and 2 for like fucking most of the session or all the time, like every other session. Because once you do, it's like, okay, can I just play an elf? Can I let this character just go off and be charmed and play an elf?
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to play this character anymore. Because the last 3 sessions, I've seen the DM fuck around with my character for like 6 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. And like and fucking like the parties ended up like hating my character because I was just
Yeah, I
every
mean-
fucking second.
And you know what? I don't blame them.
Yeah. No, you're right. But I mean it's not fun to me.
Yeah.
You did kill that one
Fair.
old guy though at the library.
Huh?
You killed that one guy at the library who was faking his death to not get killed in the crossfire. It was funny. He like poked his head up. He was laying on the floor. He raised his head up. He's like, "Oh, what are you people doing in here?" And you just fucking you sit down to him and you just fucking stick a dagger and kill him.
What happened was we went in the library. He was laying on the ground, and I was looting his body, and he slapped me. So I fucking stabbed him in the neck. And I had some special weapon that I didn't know what it did. And, like, I still to this day don't know what it did. But, like, it turned his blood into, like, acid. And fucking whatever condition happened, he just fucking, like, his eyes turned black, and, like, he started bleeding black blood.
Oh my
He
god!
just fucking go as he died, and then I just continued. I was like, well, that was interesting. She was like trying to like get it out of me that like I killed the librarian, but like there was like no way that normal conversation could come up where I would like mention it.
Yeah.
And like it was just annoying to see her try and pry that out of me. in character when like it makes no sense to why she would ask about the librarian. Like she was in the other side of the town and we met up and she was like, "So what about the librarian?" I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck about the librarian?"
I completely forgot about that. Yeah,
So-
he's gone now.
He was fucking dead on sight.
I hate it when people use meta knowledge to dictate their actions in game.
Yeah.
When I was playing in Jesus's campaign a while back, I don't know exactly what happened, but like we played his campaign, then like 4 months later, he was like, "You guys want to play session 2?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to play the game. I always DM." So he was like, "All right, sweet, let's play session 2." And fucking, it's me, Tommy, Zoe, and I think Victor all playing. And we found this staff in the first session, and this staff was like it was found in this room that Tommy wouldn't have heard anything about, but my character was one who went into this room. Everyone else went into the other room. And and there were like these hieroglyphics on the walls, and I could read them because I was Eyes of the Runekeeper Warlock. And so I could read everything, and I read them, and it said something along the lines of like return this staff to the top of the hill to return life to this land. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And fucking I took the staff, and then we left, and then all the people saw me with the staff. They were like, we have to destroy that. That's going to end the world. And I was like, you guys seem very evil, and you guys have seemed very evil this entire game. No, I'm not giving you this staff. It's mine. So Kyle turned into a bear. Or no, he turned into a horse. And I, as a warlock, climbed on top of him, and we ran off. And fucking that was in session 1. But then session 2, Tommy comes up, and I'm Silas. So I have negative stats in my dex strength. I'm a really shitty character. But so anyway, I have these negative stats in dex and strength. Tommy's playing a fucking, I think, fighter or paladin. Can't remember. He comes up to me. He's like, "This staff is evil." And I'm like, "No, those people were obviously evil. We came back to their camp, and they were fucking, they were holding children hostage so that we would give this staff back to them. That doesn't seem like a good thing for people to do." He was like, "No, this staff's evil. Give it to me." And I'm like, "No." So I succeeded on like 3 strength saving throws. And then Tommy fucking attacks me. And I'm like, okay. So I don't even attack him right away. And then he takes the staff from me, finally. After 4 times me succeeding. So he takes the staff from me. And I'm like, okay. And fucking Tommy starts to run away from me. So I cast a spell on him. And then Jesus tells me, "No, you can't do that." And I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "Because you'll kill him." I go, "So Tommy's been fucking waylaying on a guy with 20 hit points. And fucking he's got like 38. And what's it called? He's got like 38 hit points, and he's waylaying on me. I've got an armor class of 9, and I'm at like 2 hit points now because Tommy's been beating the shit out of me. I can't cast 1 spell at him, and he's like, "You'll straight up kill him." And I go, "Actually, no, I was gonna down him and you spare the dying on him, take the fucking the staff back and run away." He was like, "You have spare the dying?" I go, "I'm a really weird warlock build." And so anyway, Tommy, after I beat his ass and got him up spared the dying on him, immediately afterwards, he comes at me and attacks me again. I'm like, "Dude." And like he downs me and leaves me to die. And I'm like, "Jesus, I can't, this isn't fair." And he's like, "No, it is, because you downed him." And I go,
Oh my god.
"No, it's not." And so then Tommy goes, "I'm not trying to be a dick. Silas is evil, right?" And I go, "No, he isn't." And he goes, "But he wants the staff for himself." I go, you didn't read what I read. And he goes, okay. He goes, but Jesus told me it was the evil staff after the game. And I go, that's meta knowledge. You're acting on meta knowledge. And he's like, no, it's not meta knowledge because he told me after the game. I'm like, that's exactly what meta knowledge is.
Absolutely.
Yikers.
And so he continues to attack me. I'm like, what the fuck? And so then I somehow healed up to like 20 hit points again.
Oh, no.
And we were trying to get out. And Tommy fucking we have to get out of this building. And every time we took damage, our characters would like yell out in pain. And there was these swinging saw blades that we had to get through, or swinging axe blades that we had to get through. And my character's about to make it through, and Tommy shoves my character down, so he fails that time to make it through. And then he runs through, and he gets out. And my character, as I told you, negative in dex and strength, so it's really hard for me to get through. I was rolling nothing but like 8s the entire time, and the save was a 15 to get through. So I looked at Victor's character, and I used guidance on him. Again, really weird warlock build. And Victor gets through. And I look at Zoe, and I tell her, get that staff from Tommy. Because Tommy, when he shoved me down, he took it and ran. And so Zoe, I tell her that, and I cast guidance on her. And then I'm trying to get through the saw blades. I keep casting guidance on myself, but I cannot get the save over and over again. And I keep failing, and I keep screaming out in pain. And every time he made sound, it made the building more likely to collapse. And so fucking my character's sitting there, and Jesus had a Jenga tower pretty much. This is how he set it up, was every time you made a sound, you had to pull a piece out of the Jenga tower. And I think I like pulled 10 or 15 pieces out of that Jenga tower. And everyone was like, what the fuck? How is this thing not crumbled yet? But he had a D20 at the top, and he said, this is how much damage it will do. Or whatever the D20 falls, whatever it lands on, that's how much damage it will do. And as I'm pulling these, I keep pulling them, and I finally realize I have 20 hit points. I also have the resistance spell. I also have guidance, and I have Armor of Agathes on. Even if this rolled max damage, I would only take 10 temporary hit points of damage. And I was like, I just, at that point, I knocked over the Jenga tower because I had lost so many times. And I was like, okay. And fucking the tower fell down. My character, or Silas, got crushed underneath it, but he didn't die. And then that's where it picked up from whenever we did that one shot with you, Eli, Richard, and Jesus. Was him stuck under the tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so fucking that's his story. That's what the fuck happened to Silas in that campaign. It was a bunch of bullshit.
Getting bullied by Tommy.
Yeah, I was getting bullied by Tommy the whole game with meta knowledge. And I'm like, dude, even if that's true, your character doesn't know that.
Fucking that one.